If it wasn't for these videos, I would not know these creatures existed. Understand what we're watching today, bro. This daughter is convicted of smoking both of her parents. And this part confuses the life out of me, bro, because it doesn't even. And keeps their bodies hidden in her house for over 4 years. How? Why? What kind of unbelievable total demon are we dealing with here, man?
It's fine. Stay where you are! Stay where you are, show your hands.
Cheer her up, at least you caught the bad guy.
A woman who lived with the bodies of her dead parents for 4 years has been jailed for life for their murders.
It's fine. No one in here at the moment.
Virginia McCullough from Chelmsford, Essex, pleaded guilty to the murders of her parents who were both aged in their 70s.
Hold on. The police. Got it. Got it.
She's 36 and is thought to have murdered her parents, fearing that they were about to expose the credit card fraud she had carried out in their names. As a man, let me ask you a question, bro. God forbid, may all of y'all and myself included are protected from this shit, bro. But like, imagine your seed, somebody that is literally your seed, your daughter, comes back and kills you in the future after you fed, provided, raised her to be over. She's 36 years old. This isn't a young person, bro. And not only that, she murks the mother too. Imagine literally giving birth to this kind of demon. Imagine giving birth to the same being that is literally going to end up being the reason you die. Some stuff like this is genuinely like unexplainable. Right, we're barely into the video, but like, what a futile, embarrassing, and utterly pathetic reason that is to kill somebody over perhaps being exposed for credit card fraud that you carried out in their name. That's enough to kill them. Hey, sometimes these kinds of individuals deserve reciprocal treatment in a legal way, right? Meaning this kind of person should not be allowed to continue existing when they literally took the life of their own parents, bro. Like, this is worse than a parasite.
Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Stay where you are, show your hands. Yeah.
Jenny?
Yep.
Jenny?
Yeah.
Oh. The time is 12:12. You're under arrest on suspicion of murder against Jonathan McCullough and Lars McCullough.
Yeah,
Okay?
Can you go in there for a second, just so I can tell you something about what's in there?
Yeah?
Yeah.
My dad's body's in there.
Right, okay.
Yep, okay. Obviously I'll
What about
say,
your mum?
a little bit more complicated.
Look at this attitude, y'all. Look at this attitude. This is honestly like sickening, bro. Like, this video, there's no jokes to be said. There's none of that shit here, because look at this passive aggressive. She's like as if she's answering questions to a quiz. It's as if she got caught like sneaking out of school and the principal caught her. Like, as if it's something, when in reality she's being questioned and she's caught for literally the murder of her own family, specifically her literal parents. There's zero emotions visible. There's no freak out. There's no feeling of guilt, shame. Nah, it's just straight up calm, collected, and accepting of what you What is this, y'all? These are not humans. Keep that in the back of your heads, because you can't be human and do this, bro. You can't. Because look, it's one thing, we know there's bad people in this world, there's good people, right? There's good and bad, but bro, obviously ending somebody's life is the worst thing you can do, right? One of the worst things you can do. But there's a huge difference between somebody out there smoking people or in a war or some other shit, right? There's a huge difference between that and this, because this is like her own parents, y'all. Not even the devil can sit here and argue on your behalf. Literally. What am I watching?
Okay.
She said that she poisoned her father with a cocktail of prescription drugs in his drinks and gave her mother a sleeping drug, but it was not enough to end her. Soon after she attacked her mother as she lay defenseless on her bed listening to music, the court was told.
I did know that this would kind of come eventually.
Yeah, God is not gonna let that. And look, let me tell you something, right? Y'all see people out here, and y'all should know what I'm talking about, but there's people out here literally like doing the worst of the worst to an entire population of human beings, right? There's people that are genuinely a force for evil, and they live their years thinking that they got away with it, thinking that they're above justice, thinking that it won't catch up to them either in this life or the afterlife, bro. But rest assured, that's the one thing is very comforting to know, is that it will come. I promise you, justice will be served to all of those who deserve it. What you dish out is what you will receive. And I know I'm stating the obvious, and I've said this beforehand, the obvious to me at least. Some of y'all might be hearing this for the first time, right? But don't ever let these people that do like evil shit trick you into thinking that they don't live with utter restlessness, fear, anxiety, and being haunted by their actions and who they are and what they did. Because that's not the case. I promise you they are, and I promise you that it will catch up to them. It's just like she just said, hey, I knew this was eventually gonna come. Even though this is a really messed up situation, even though this is like literally pure evil, y'all. But the good part is that it shows you no matter how good you are at concealing shit that you've done, no matter what the situation is or how far you think you got away with it, it will catch up to you, bro. That's why, just like we're watching right here.
It's proper that I serve my punishment. So
I, Virginia McCulloch, have informed Police Constables 77329 Brown and 79387 Bowers after entering my house on Friday the 15th September 2023 that I murdered my father, John McCulloch, who was stated was under a bed in the rear ground floor of the house, and my mother upstairs in a cupboard next to the sink.
wardrobe. It's a double wardrobe. Cheer up, at least you caught the bad guy.
Cheer up, as I can't believe she just said that bullshit. Cheer up, at least you caught the bad guy. Yeah, we did catch the bad guy, bro. If it was up to somebody a little more hands-on when it comes to justice, if it was a judge that really wanted to give you reciprocal treatment, you would not be smiling knowing what awaits you. This is crazy, bro. This is insane, straight up.
I've just woken up today and done my job. No.
Also, how do you even live in a house like that, bro? Like, how do you live knowing that telling you some are not us, bro. They're not like us in terms of literally being a human being, because a human being is not gonna live with dead bodies in their house, bro. That's not normal. Obviously that's not normal, but also like 4 years of that. Do y'all realize what happens? Like, I'm not gonna get too into details or too graphic with it, but y'all do realize like there's like a smell, a stench, there's like extremely unhygienic aspect of that, bugs, decay, all that stuff, bro. And she still lived in a house 4 years knowing that that's what she had in her home, until somehow, some way they caught her, which I'm very happy about. She stuffed her father's body in a homemade mausoleum made from barbecue bricks under his bed in the downstairs study. She had also wrapped Lou's corpse in plastic sheeting and sleeping bag before sealing her in a wardrobe in an upstairs bedroom of the property.
So next bit is very hard to talk about. That's probably the most grisly detail. So on the ground floor, underneath the stairs, there's a few like storage boxes. You will find forensic clips.
She, by the way, y'all saw her wiping, quote unquote, that's not tears. She's just wiping dry skin, bro. There's no emotions coming out of this monster, right? This is not a human being. If y'all ever wanted to refer to what I mean when I say these demons walk amongst us, bro, it's this, right? It's literally this thing. Because this thing, right, did the most unfathomable evil act of all time, which is literally murking her own parents, and not a single ounce of emotion shows up when this thing is caught for what they did, bro. Don't let that wipe in your skin, bro. She's not wiping. No tears are dropping from this monster, bro. This monster feels zero emotions, and I mean that literally. All the evidence points to it too. 4 years living knowing that you got your parents' bodies in your crib, you bitch. Nah, bro.
I know, but I'm trying to help so you find everything. It's in the middle underneath the stairs. It will still have blood on it. It's rusted, but it will still have blood traces on it.
For more than 4 years, she plundered her parents' bank accounts using the cover of COVID to conceal their murders from family. She was sentenced to a minimum of 36 years. Nah, this person needs to be sentenced to the guillotine, bro. Straight up. Prosecutors said that she had used their credit cards and pensions, cashing in on a sum of nearly $170,000. Now let me ask y'all this really hard question, right? Is this demon gonna find the $170,000, actually pounds, not dollars, in hell, bro? Is there a store she could spend that money on in hell? No. This is obviously an insanely evil individual that is also a retard, bro, because this has got to be the stupidest reason to commit or to do something like this over money. You're willing, I mean, I know people are willing to kill for money, but this is her parents, yo. Her own parents. This bum ass, trash, useless failure of a human being. Got no kids, no husband, no one that really even, I mean, how can you love this demon, right? This failure of a human being failed society and her own parents. And on top of all of that, decides to murk and smoke and kill and end her own parents, yo. Puts into perspective just how utterly stupid and utterly evil this crazy asshole is, man. And even though she's gotten, sentenced to life, I really genuinely do believe in cases where there is overwhelming, clear, cutthroat, no type of doubt evidence. Like, I'm not talking about cases where there can be a little bit of doubt or I'm not talking about that, y'all. Please understand that I'm only talking about a very small, extremely tiny minority of cases where it's like this. It's a literal admission with utter proof. There's like no type of way you can ever deny this. In cases like this, when somebody has committed such an evil demonic act, the death sentence is not enough. It should be something from the Middle Ages, bro. It should be like a fire, lava, guillotine or something, man. Because you gotta set a precedent, right? You gotta set a example for any other demon that ever tries to consider doing some crazy evil shit like this. Oh, if I do this, I'm literally gonna be lava pooled and guillotined. It's gotta be something like that, man. But look, let me know what y'all think about this. I'm out.